I'll take the play.
All right.
Now let's open up to see the worst possible hand.
Oh, barf. I'm gonna have to mulligan.
I'll take that mulligan too.
While you guys are shuffling, P3 wants to know, what decks are you playing?
I am playing bad Sultai Energy. The standard Sultai list minus 4 Walking Ballistas because somebody's poor.
What? You mean you don't want to pay like $30 a card for the rest of life every time you play a standard deck?
Only 16.
That's weird.
I know.
I'm playing my now $35 standard deck that I built in 45 minutes.
I'm going to lose to a $35 deck.
We'll
God
see.
damn it.
We'll see. I built this deck 45 minutes before Paxton showed up our very first Tuesday. It started out trash. I think the first time that Paxton and I played, he mollywopped me like really bad. And after I got a good amount of shuffles in and was able to get more things kind of shifted, I think this deck is pretty much unbeaten since then.
Yeah, I mean, it took you a few goes to learn how to use your mad creation, but I found that it was quite oppressive, actually, after a little bit of playing. Have you actually updated for Ixalan? Because, they rotated out.
So I pulled a bunch of cards out, and I put a bunch of trash cards in to fill until the latest set came out. And then when the latest set came out, when Ixalan came out, I didn't actually update anything. I just kind of put it all off to the side and I'll fill it in later. And then
you're not going to use a playset of hostage
but I'm going
taker?
to take that scry.
I'll
That
keep
was
as well.
right on the bottom.
I'll keep, so it's your go.
All right. Aether Hub. Pass. 1 energy.
Is land? Go.
Whoops. Pass.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not a good start. Mountain. Pass.
That was supposed to be a mulligan, Mike.
Lotto 2 costs in hand. Pass.
Ooh, ouch. Okay. Enigma Drake, pass. He is a 0-1 right now.
And I'll move to discard. Bristling Hydra.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. This is going to be a rough game for you.
Maybe.
Let's do Chart a Course. Says draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you attacked with a creature this turn. Actually, I'm sorry.
Would
I'm
you
gonna
like to-
swing
there
for
we
0 and then Chart a Course.
There you go.
Oh, what? Okay. All right. So, unless you attacked with a creature this turn, draw 2 cards. Okay. 1, 2. All right, and that's a pass for me.
Oh. We're in a dark timeline here. Discard a hostage taker and pass.
Ouch. Getting a lot of red right now, and it's really upsetting.
I'm fine with it.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, this is how games often look at the LGS.
Let's go ham here. I'm gonna play strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard.
Oh no, he's got a 1/4.
2, 3. Oh Jesus, no. Oh no. Oh no. This is not what I wanted at all.
Trust me, it can get darker.
Oh no, this is pretty bad. I will. Woof. I will keep one of them in my hand, and I'll discard an Enigma Drake and an Island.
Okay.
2 desperately needed items for me. And I'll swing for 2.
I'll take it.
Pax. Thank you. Pass turn.
All right. Let's draw. Oh my god. There's hope.
Does it come into play tapped?
Oh no. Why aren't you the fast lands?
Suck it.
I'll pass.
Okay, man, that was a good call on my part. I ended up drawing a island. So that worked out better for me than I thought it would. Let's go ahead and throw down another Enigma Drake. So that's 2 mountains and a plains, and I'm going to attack for 2.
I will take the 2.
Pass turn.
All right. Let's play a Winding Constrictor and spend that energy for green.
Okay, let's go ahead and one other, and we're going to censor that.
Pass the turn.
Excellent.
Why did you spend the energy for green?
Because I don't have green.
Oh, I see. Flux, yes.
And now it's gone. Energy is now gone. Ooh. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually swing for 6.
Gonna take 6.
Pass turn.
What's my life total, Paxton? 10. Oh boy. Boy howdy. I'll tap 2 and play a Glint Sleeve Siphoner.
Whatever. 1, 2, 3. Supreme Will. I'm gonna counter that unless you pay 3.
All right then. Pass the turn.
All right. I'm gonna swing for 8.
I will take 8
Pass
unless you
turn.
have it. All right. Blooming Marsh.
Nice. Is that coming to play tapped?
That comes in play untapped because I control 2 or fewer other lands. All right. Unfortunately, it might be a case of a little too of a bit too late.
Too late.
Let's go ahead and go to game 2.
Okay. I had a censor, I had a spell pierce, and I had a negate. So I'm ready for whatever you've got.
Yep.
Wow, that was a really poor choice on my part doing the strategic planning. I drew the island that I needed and an Enigma Drake at the same time with another Enigma Drake. So this was what I drew off of the poll there, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need the island, but I don't want to throw away both of the Enigma Drakes. That would be the worst thing ever." And I was just like, "Fuck!" So I had to take the other Enigma Drake.
It worked out.
It worked out, but it was not the ideal choice to have to deal with.
Now, when I did say that this was bad Sultai energy, I did not mean like that.
Well, you really set a standard, didn't you?
Oh boy.
That was a bad hand for me. I had 2 mana starting and no counter spells in my hand at that time.
That would have been great for me to know. Ooh. The number of times I've just accidentally freaking what's it called?
Ban Blooming Marsh? They don't ban dual lands, you silly.
And by the way, thank you, IGII Productions. Thank you for being a fan, and we thank you very much for joining us. Glad to see you from the YouTubes. That's awesome. Horse Father Deluxe. That's gotta be Johnny. If it's not Johnny, I don't know who it is.
Ban Island.
I
Island
agree.
OP. Ban Island.
No. It's not OP. It's just,
All the best spells use Island.
Right?
Time Walk.
The best spells.
Ancestral Recall.
The best
Tarmogoyf.
spells.
They all use Island.
Lightning Bolt, blue.
Lightning Bolt, best blue spell. Best blue removal ever.
Right? Oh my god.
Grixis Death Shadow. Oh
Right?
my gosh.
Guttural,
Lightning Bolt's best friend is a Remand and
Guttural
a
shot.
Delver.
It's totally blue. Totally blue. All right, so while you change that out, I'm going to go be right back real quick.
Just like how Delver of Secrets is the best green creature ever printed. Isn't that a funny thing?
Nah, man. Lord of Atlantis, best green creature.
Oh,
ever
yeah.
printed.
Lord of Atlantis is a very good... I mean, okay. They're both playable in Legacy, but what is the better green creature? Lord of Atlantis or Delver of Secrets? I postulate that with its good friend, Shardless Agent, with its good friend Shardless Agent, Delver of Secrets makes a better green creature.
You're breaking a good argument.
Although Lord of Atlantis, a fantastic green tribal deck.
Weird though that it has all those blue spells. Good thing they're actually green.
I mean, the pure efficiency of a Silvergill Adept.
Oh boy.
You get to draw a card. It's got 2 power.
And would you believe they printed it twice in green?
Really?
Yeah.
When did they reprint the green spell known as Silvergill Adept?
It's not called Silvergill Adept. It's whatever that one is in Ixalan that explores when it enters the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's practically Silvergill Adept. And they're going to be in this. Oh, man. That's going to be in the same standards.
Are they actually running that card in Modern? I haven't seen
in
any
Modern?
Merfolk lists.
Yeah, there have been some blue-green Merfolk lists. Specifically,
they
they
placing?
splashed green. Which one?
Are they placing?
I don't know. I think it's the more casual version. I don't know if it's like going to be a permanent fixture, but, you know.
I believe, like every good
Merfolk's-
spike, I don't believe it until I see it on MTGO top 8.
Merfolk lists don't change very quickly, so they don't get a lot of new cards added to them.
What was
When was
the
the
best
last
new
time?
card that they
Thor-
got?
The Master of Waves.
Master of Waves is pretty damn good. I swear they got something better than that recently. Oh yeah, what's his name from Ixalan? Kopala.
Kapala. Yeah.
I'm a 5/5 Kira. Yeah, because he's a Kira, the Great Glass Spinner, but he's also a Merfolk. So he's a 5/5.
I'm sorry. Oh, he's a. Oh, because he's Merfolk Lords, right?
And of course, you can't block him either, you know. So, Kira has flying, which isn't as good as Island Walk. I'm sorry to tell you. People are like, but Kira has flying.
Who cares?
Who cares? They might have another spell to.
You're probably not attacking with Kira.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, you're on the beatdown plan, and flying is a good evasion spell, like ability, but it's just not as good as Island Walk. Not as good as being a Merfolk. She's out of place in that deck. She's just a really good blue creature that kind of acts as that deck's crystalline sliver, really.
Crystalline Sliver.
Crystalline sliver.
It's the best.
Crystalline sliver.
5-color slivers. Modern. Let's do it.
Crystalline sliver.
Hello. What? I guess it would have to be a legacy list if it was slivers. With crystalline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still have not given a sliver us a sliver that gives hexproof. And I doubt they ever will. Although,
No, that would be silly.
could you imagine that? Oh my god.
That would
It would
just
be
be
so
silly.
green. It'd be green blue. It'd be 3 mana for like a 2/2. Because they're going to undervalue giving slivers hexproof.
No, a 2/3, Mike.
Oh, no. They
You
never.
doubt.
They would never.
You
give us-
underestimate
They would never
their
make
power.
a sliver player need to do that kind of math. I have to
R&D, don't. I have the high ground.
oh man.
Or like Ramanop Sliver.
Sack a sliver, deal 3 damage to target creature or player.
More like you can.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Oh, I already shuffled my deck.
Oh, 1 sec.
You want to
One
toss
last.
my deck? Ooh.
Yeah, that would be really good. Like,
Ooh, tossing decks?
pay 3, sack a sliver, deal
Oh.
2 damage. We just
less.
like me and Mike. We just started talking about slivers.
Ugh, gross.
Oh,
Oh,
Timmy's pet. Oh, I will take first play again.
Okay.
Come on, 2 lands.
I think
2 lands.
Yeah,
we
I'd be excited to see slivers come back in Dominaria.
I'm indifferent to it, and let me tell you why. They're an overplayed.
Underplayed, sir.
Overplayed.
Underplayed.
They're an overplayed.
Mulligan, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. They are an overplayed tribal in my mind.
There are the quintessential tribal.
That's exactly why I think they're overplayed. When someone's like, I want to make a tribal deck, everyone's like, slivers!
Only if they're handsome. They only think that if they're handsome. Whether they be male or female, they will be handsome because they chose slivers.
Well, not only that, but they don't have giant razor sharp heads anymore, and they
Don't
aren't
talk
like,
about those slivers. Those aren't slivers.
And like things like these little, vestigial arms.
Those predators are not slivers.
Yeah, the humans aren't slivers either, but they make them into ones. So, I mean, to each their own, my friend.
Rathai slivers all the way.
Ugh.
Rathai Dominaria brood.
I'm sorry, does the Hive Lord have 2 arms, 2 legs, and walk around?
Hell no, he's a proper sliver.
That's what I mean. None of this fucking humanoid sliver shit. That shit upset me the most.
Good. It should. I'll keep this hand.
I thought it was
Blooming Marsh, pass.
I thought it was an opportunity to explore new design space for the slivers.
That's the thing about slivers. They constantly redesign
Island,
themselves.
Pass.
I mean, if what you're saying is true,
Long tusk cub.
you can imagine there would be some
Yes.
humanoid slivers. But I don't want that to be the default for slivers, which is
Strategic planning.
No,
I
that's the
think-
worst part. It was their primes. It was like the cool slivers. All the biggest, baddest boys, they were that
they would look
for
like,
some reason.
They look like weird zombies, yeah.
Discarding a mountain and an island.
Mm-hmm.
Pass turn.
Boy, howdy. All right. All right.
I mean, see, the thing is, like, zombie slivers, in
again?
my opinion, I'm not as much of a...
I will go to combat. Swing in for 2.
I'll take 2.
All right. I will gain 2 energy. If I can find the dice I was using.
I'm always excited about Magic finding new ways to express the game,
And
so...
second main, I'm going to play Death Gorge Scavenger. He's going to come into play, and he's going to eat that strategic planning out of your graveyard.
Nice.
You did just deal 2 damage to Brandon, right?
Yes.
I did just deal 2 damage to Brandon. Creature card is like this one. You gain 2 life. All right. Nothing relevant happened from the exile, and I will pass.
Well, all I want to say about the slivers is I want to give R&D a chance to
Enigma Drake. Pass.
actually make the humanoid looking slivers work before they give up on it entirely.
Why?
They can keep him on Chandalar, just don't go back to Chandalar. Play
What?
Forest and mana untapped. Nothing. All right. I'm just going to swing in for... I'm going to exile land.
Is it every time it comes into play or attacks?
Or attacks, yes.
Okay.
Exile. You may exile target card. All right, but I don't get anything because it's a... Oh, wait, do I get something? If a non-creature card is exiled away, it gets +1/+1. Okay, so it's a 4/3 currently, and this one's a 2/2.
Okay.
And when it deals damage, it gives me 2 energy.
Okay.
And any blocks?
Nope. Oh no, I block that with the Enigma Drake.
All right. So
0/4.
0/4? All right. Bounce, take 4.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Pax.
How much damage?
4.
Ooh, sorry about that one. Hate for oh God, me and speaking English, my only language. There's really only
Anthropologic slivers.
Yes. Anthropomorphic.
Promorphic slivers.
Yeah. They're just not the classic sliver design of one like claw, the pointy head, and 2 to slightly more than 2 tails.
Pass turn.
All right, untap. I'll remind you, Sweltering Suns is not an instant. I'll play an Aether Hub, gain an energy. Move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Declare attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Death Gorge Scavenger, and this guy. Exile island
Mountain. That's all I have left.
from graveyard.
Yeah, and I'll block the other guy.
All right. All right.
4
So
mana
take 4?
untapped. Yep. I take 4.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm going to Supreme Will. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I want to see somebody dig for that card that's now relevant third from the bottom.
The rest at the bottom of the library in any order. Okay.
It's not gone yet.
Okay. So your turn. Draw. Strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest into the graveyard.
Teehee, somebody likes looking at their cards.
Again, not ideal for strategic planning.
But you'll have all those cards in the graveyard.
I'm going to throw away Bloodwater Entity and Desert of the Mindful.
Bloodwater Entity. Is that another one of the star somethings?
No, it's just a red-blue return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand.
Got it. Like that's some kind of stormy guy.
Which is unfortunate. Because that's not what I wanted at all. Pass turn. This has not been a great game for me. I have not seen anything that I wanted at all.
All right, I will play another Aether Hub and gain another energy.
Oh, you can finally kill my Enigma Drake.
Yes. I'll play Rishkar, Pima Renegade. When he enters the battlefield, he gets to distribute 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 2 target creatures. And any creature with a 1/1 counter on it will tap and gain 1 mana.
Okay.
Or 1 green mana specifically. Would you like to do blue things to him?
Nope.
Okay. Enter the battlefield trigger. I'm going to choose these 2.
Okay.
Just try and outrace that Sweltering Suns.
It's not in this deck.
Oh, sweet.
It was sideboard, but I never put it in.
And
Told you I was too lazy.
move to attacks.
Okay.
Declare attacks. Long Tusk Cub and Death Gorge Scavenger.
Oh, block the...
In response to blocks. Well, first let's exile the Strategic Planning, making him into a 5/4.
Okay.
And I'll pay 2 energy to put a 1/1 counter on on the Long Tusk Cub. And provided no response shenanigans happens, that should kill him.
Yep.
Okay. I always expect that out of blue players. And
Pass.
I will pass.
I take 5.
Down to 5.
Right? I take
Yes.
5? Okay. Even though he's a 4/3?
He became a 5/3 because of exiling the strategic planning.
Enigma Drake. And pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Play another Aether Hub. Gain an energy. Attempt to move to attackers. Declare attackers. Rishkar, Death Gorge, Long Tusk. Trigger Death Gorge Scavenger, exile. Do you have
Supreme Will?
Supreme Will, sure.
It's the only instant and or sorcery I have.
It just has to be a non-land.
Oh, okay.
Or, I'm sorry, a non-creature.
Glaver!
Oh my god, it's Glaver.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
Okay.
All right, so this is currently a 5/3. This guy is currently a 4/4, but I can pay mana to make him a...
I'll block the 5/3 for now.
All right, you'll then take 7...
I'm dead.
All right.
That was really bad. I had only 1 counter spell in 9 turns.
I was drawing a lot of lands.
Looks like we got a real game. Time for round 3. Let's keep it clean, mulligan well. No nonsense.
What I should have done was just fucking mulligan, even though it was like the perfect opening hand.
It just drew
I got nothing after.
What was in your hand? You had a lot of cards in hand and a lot of open mana.
It was lands, creatures, and lands.
Wow.
I think I had the Supreme Will, the Negate, and the Strategic Planning. That was it. That was the only instance and or sorceries I had for those.
Negate. The cornerstone of every nutritious breakfast.
Right? Except for when they play creatures.
It's in my sideboard.
That's dinner.
Right? So that really sucked for me. I had no sensors. I had no undo creature or whatever. Unsummon.
Yeah.
I just had trash. That was bad.
That is a good point. Horseman Father Deluxe.
The humanoid shape feels more standalone in the nature. Quite the opposite of what they were. I actually do agree too. That's why they should stay on Chandelar.
I think they had it right the first time.
Rathai.
Perhaps they did. I mean,
and they
it wasn't
keep
broken.
It that way.
It surely wasn't broken. They didn't need to fix anything.
They experimented.
I'll say that much.
They experimented. I don't feel the experiment.
Maybe they should.
It took away from what made them part of them so unique. They were so alien.
Yeah.
You know, I will say when I think of a sliver, I think of the word sliver.
I think
where it's
alien. I don't think
thin,
predator.
Curved under the skin, just fucking annoys the fuck out of you. That's what they were before. Then they made them into some humanoid ass creature, which is like trying to give them personality and shit. And they didn't have any. They're pieces of shit.
I don't even think they tried to make them personality. They literally went from, all right, so this one kind of looks like alien. Now it kind of looks like predator.
Oh.
No, there was no armor. There was no gun on his shoulder.
Oh, dude, the head with the fake dreads.
Oh, come on. That's like saying he's Jamaican, okay? Like, it didn't make a difference. And I'm not being racist. I'm just saying, like, they tried to make
You're
him
just
human.
saying that Jamaican people don't look like slivers.
Yes. I'm just trying to say that they tried to make him human when it wasn't needed. It wasn't warranted. They had a good look before. And once they made him human, it just lost that ferocity, that fear that, like, it was about to do harm. Instead, I was like, oh, you're like Fred
really
down the
can't
street.
be a hive if they're humanoid.
Right?
Like, humans don't really comprise a hive.
I will keep.
Were you going first or second?
I will go first.
Okay.
Also, the humanoid, like, upright shape sort of
Son of
denotes
a gun.
intelligence.
I don't think I have
like
not
individual
mulliganed my
intelligence.
first hand.
You know?
Well,
You know, now that we're really breaking it down, like, conceptually.
that's the thing is, like, when I think of, like, a hive mind, I think of Zerg. Like, one of the first games that introduced the hive mind on a grand scale. And then when I think of Zerg, I think of,
To the
like...
non-Warhammer 40k players out there, I remember
Tyranids. Yeah. I played 40k, and I did face a bunch of Tyranid sets. And I will tell you, when I think of a hive mind, I think of something that's, like, alien, like, just fucking 9 legs coming out of nowhere, claws the size of, like, my torso. Like, I think of something fierce. When I think of slivers, I think of that ferocious, like, fierce, like, alien, like, I'm gonna cut you in half shit. But
you
when
think of
they
something alien.
But when they made them humanoids, I just think of, like, wow, I'm facing off for Jamal and Kevin and Fred down the street. Like, I got a shotgun and a pimp hand. Like, I got this shit in the bag. Like, I'm no longer scared.
It's like oh, it's this alien.
Yeah, and so now it's just like when I see them, I'm just like. That's it. That's
mouth and
all
eyes,
I got.
man. Mouth and eyes. They never should have given them mouth and eyes.
Right?
They're always described as having mouths. You never see that on their artwork, though, except for Muscle Sliver. But we try not to talk about Muscle Sliver.
But wait, there's some things that go well with mouth and eyes. Like you got the Squidbillies, right? Then you've got Pokemon, and then you've got Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, there's some things that work with mouth and eyes. It's just that's one of the things that like just doesn't work for me.
I will keep.
What did you have against Kevin? I mean,
he murdered my wife.
He looked like a bitch. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start off by doing Island and then Opt. Scry 1 and draw a card.
I'm glad that card's in Modern now, until it gets banned out of Modern. Oh, I forgot to scry 1. Attune with Aether. Gonna get 2 energy.
Okay.
And a basic land.
And a basic land into my hand. Let's go get my least favorite land, Island.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the land.
Nah, man. Top tier island, top tier lands. Forest, then swamp, then forest again.
Your least favorite land, period.
Yeah.
You don't play enough
you know
Magic.
what? You're right. Plains is my least favorite. Like, what happened to the forest?
Ouch.
It's not rotten enough to be a swamp. It's not overgrown enough to be a forest.
I'm going to tell that to your Celestine t-shirt.
You tell Captain Saisei that, I'll slit your throat. Hey, I can summon her without using a planes. I'm just going to say that. I'll pass the turn.
Mike, I'm just going to get me a Tabernacle of Pendril Vale, and then we can see which lands you hate the most.
Let's go strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand, the rest in the graveyard.
I'm loving what you're doing, looking at all these cards. I want to look at them too.
Makes 2 of us. Pass Toyn.
All right, on top. Let's Long Tusk Cub.
Can I
Pass the
get
turn.
a Puffy Path? Sweet.
Draw for turn. Put down in his land.
Everyone's favorite.
Put down in a Migra Drake.
Sorry.
Pass turn.
This is incredible. Is this new?
Oh my God.
I gotta get me
It's
one of these.
it's
You guys seen
banana.
this?
It's banana rum.
It's so good. I used to have a vapor pen. I just lost it.
Ooh, that Enigma Drake's actually kind of big, isn't he?
He is a 3/4.
It's bigger than my guys. Long Tusk Cub again, number 2.
Ooh, number 2.
And I want to see what you're doing, so I'm also going to duress you. What fun have we here?
It's
Tillinolly, so you get a second Enigma Drake next turn.
the Black Mage's personal theory that
Ooh,
Duress
boy.
is the strongest card in Standard right now.
I like so many of
It's
these
been
cards.
a strong card in a lot of formats.
So
But I think
Enigma Drake's
its
now a
presence
4/4.
in this
Haha, tricked
standard
you.
Oh, fuck
positions
you.
it particularly egregiously.
Pass the turn. This is a much more aggressive start out of you.
Yeah, this is how it should be. But what I will do instead is I'll 1, 2, 3, and I'll play Cryptic Serpent. And I will swing for 1, 2, 3, 4 in the air.
I will take 4.
Hey guys, I finally broke out of my dungeon after a renegade Yakuza boss destroyed my MU Pog collection and then used slammers to jam the door.
With his dick.
With his dick.
Paxton. -4 to him, please. Thank you.
Has Brandon taken any damage this game?
No.
It's your turn.
All right, let us untap. Botanical Sanctum tapped.
Nice.
Too many other lands. All right, so this is why I thought this was kind of bullshit. Long Tusk Cub number 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is wow.
Pass to you, Brandon.
Oh boy, my friend. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Here I go killing again.
Oh,
Just love
Crumbopoulos.
killing.
Tillinolly's Skin Shaper.
Skim Shifter.
Shifter. I can say Tillinolly, but I can't say Shifter.
I can't say either of those. And I will swing with 2 Cryptic Serpents
Oh, no.
and a 4/4 in the air.
Is that just straight lethal if I don't block?
Yes.
At 16,
My goodness.
that is nuts. Told you, egregious, oppressive. This silly red-blue nonsense.
I just thought it was a good start.
He always gets good starts.
Well,
No, I don't. What are you talking about? My last game was a terrible start.
it's like, well, Cubs, kill it. Kill the Cryptic Serpent.
Which one?
The
This
real
one?
one. The real
Oh,
one.
All right, all right.
That scene is so hilarious to imagine. They're just like, they go straight up Sabretooth on the hide of that cryptic serpent.
I just imagine them trying to bite in the hide and just like
leaping on top like velociraptors.
It is your turn.
Deinonychus.
3
fuck the
mana.
what?
I'm going to play a Rogue Refiner
Ooh,
and get 2 energy. Go up to 4.
hot.
Draw a card. Please be a land. It's a land. And Long Tusk Cub number 4. I win.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Just 4 Long Tusk Cubs, man. You just got to resolve them.
This is how
Oh, did he take 10?
did he?
There we go. Awesome.
All right. Now I'll pass the turn. And I believe that's game.
Oh, by the way, Mike, you're gonna have to.
Yes.
You're gonna have to pull your playmat towards you a little bit.
That actually is game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Opt.
Oh, sorry about that.
And then I'm going to counter this opt. So that's 2 in there, swing for 6 in the air.
All right. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Exacxies.
Yikes.
So yeah, wouldn't normally lose a game where you resolve 4 long tusk cubs.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
The you putting that extra spell in my graveyard was what sealed the deal.
The trouble, honestly,
that would work.
The trouble is that you're outside of the meta and you're using an evasive tempo creature that Fatal Push can't touch. That's the real trouble.
I did take out my Fatal Pushes specifically because of that. Like, he's not killing my shit.
No,
My shit won't resolve, or it's smaller than the Drake.
I have no intention to, kill your shit. So stream, that was 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So in most cases, that's a settled game. But if you would like us to see us continue on standard with one more game, we can definitely do that. Or we can switch to Commander where Paxton can join us. And no, I'm not going to play Modern because I don't have my own deck to play Modern, and that's why.
He doesn't want to play my Viteran or Soul Sisters.
Nope. Fuck that.
You could be casting Blood Moons.
I could be playing with myself. I mean, there's really a lot of options here.
Gotta take
I
out
showed
all
up
my
to
sideboard
the
stuff.
LCQ with my dick. You're just like
What,
on
just
the
like the
deck
hand?
checklist sheet.
No, you show
my
up.
dick.
You show up with a pair of like those rip off gym
roll?
pants, and you're wearing one of those elephant trunked like speedos. That's the real way to show up to an LGS.
Elephant trunk.
Exactly. When someone plays a Chandra and you get that hot feeling in your body, that's what you got to do.
I say we just jump right into Commander, guys.
Yeah, boy. Excuse me, I for some reason can't find one of my Death Scourge Scavengers.
Cheater.
In all fairness,
61
it's
cards.
really that's not against the rules.
I got a game warning at the
There you go.
LCQ. I felt like a scrub. Can you guess what I did? Fucking Bontus. I untapped those lands.
Oh, Paxton, you dastardly bastard.
I didn't make a play that was technically illegal, but I did untap the lands.
You cheated. Dirty cheater.
Piece of shit, Paxton.
Well, my play was going to be
Sideboard.
untap lands.
Oh, I saw them. That's why I expected them. I'm like, I gotta outrace
And
those
then-
Sweltering Suns.
Yeah. I keep these Jace's Defeat in my sideboard anytime I have to go up against a blue deck.
Fuck, that would counter. All right, so I got 2 Nisses in the sideboard, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would hate to get a Nissa countered by a Jace's Defeat. You're telling me Jace got defeated so hard, Nissa got countered. Holy crap.
Oh, almost. Anyways, that is my standard deck that costs literally nothing, standard-wise.
And mine cost a lot.
It so far has been a great standard deck. I really appreciate it. I net decked the first half, and then I said, wow, this is expensive. And so I literally found all the cheapest resources I could to getting instants in graveyards, as well as the use of that process. So I pretty much built this centered around just getting as much as I could in the graveyard, as well as using cards that fueled off that. So anyways, that's my deck. If you'd like to see more information on it, let me know. I can probably do like a quick little video on YouTube on how I built the deck, why I built the deck, and how much fun it's been for me since then. And if you want like a little story on how much someone hates it, you can ask Paxton. He lost, I think, 3 Tuesdays in a row to it.
I don't see what the big deal was. I think it's a perfectly fine deck. I lost. That's fine.
It is a douchey deck. It just outright is a douchey deck. I think the one thing that a lot of people get excited about is when they see that Cryptic Serpent, they go ham on it, thinking that it's going to be the killer, when actually it's the Enigma Drake that I can turn around and just dump every instant and sorcery out of my hand and just give them that little extra push to make the damage. And with that Tillamook ice cream that I have, that swings and becomes whatever I have, getting 2 Enigma Drakes. I mean, I go from
Tillinolly's Skin Shifter.
Yeah. when I swing with that and I make it an Enigma Drake, that's 12 damage alone.
In the air.
In the air. And most people don't deal with the air stuff. So, I mean, it turns out to be a really great play to kind of throw at someone because they're freaking out about the serpent when that's actually just my beefy ass blocker and just kind of like my front.
I threw enough cats at it to die, though.
Yeah, and that was exactly what I wanted to happen because the Enigma Drake was really what the game for me was about.
If I could have sicked those kitties on that Drake, I would have.
I know.
Or that Tillinolli skin shifter.
The Tillamook ice cream?
Yes.
All right, Pax, let's reset the rest of the iPads real quick.
Have a good night,